Hello everybody and welcome to another Total Annihilation replay. Once again, we have some ProTA for you here today. We have in the bottom right, wearing white, we have Metn. And in the top left, wearing this sleek OTA turquoise, cyan, teal? I don't know exactly which color it is. We have Venom, the creator of the mod. So we're going to see if he can actually win a game at his... Oh, wait, he already has. He believes that the global ranking on shoot, what is the thing? On TA Forever actually means something. So, you know, of course, he's got a lot of pride he needs to protect here. I don't know why he's doing that right there. Metn being cute, cranking out a flea for a flea rush. That's just annoying. Venom is in position to be vulnerable for it. He has gone ahead and walked 4 mexes right away. So you can see we are a minute in. And Metn going with this really fast start too. It's going to be a bit before Venom's actually got anything down. The question is, will this flea be able to get anything? Because its laser is incredibly weak. Peewees can do quite a bit more damage than fleas. Fleas move a little faster, they can climb. And they do actually have decently long range. We have our fleas sneaking in. No radar either by the by number 1 player. There goes the radar, and there's the flea. You can see he quickly switches to a crasher. Missile is best way to handle a flea. If you see a bunch of fleas coming down on you, you need missile units. He tries to set the Ulok tree on fire. It doesn't succeed. He gets a single mex for his trouble. At this point, that'll probably leave Venom ahead ever so slightly. Metn with 4 mexes up. Venom with only 3. And going for the Comwalk. Now, one thing I'm not a big fan of with this map, I don't like this statue in the middle. It ends up being something to fight over, but it kind of forces you to take your commander to the middle because if you see somebody reclaiming it and they start reclaiming it before you can't actually kill the con or whatever it is that's reclaiming it. You just kind of have to degun it. Uloks, I think those are fine because you can set those on fire if somebody's reclaiming them. So you can see Metn goes in with his commander right away in the middle. Now this has the added effect of kind of plugging this hole and preventing things from getting through. As long as you're sharp with the D-gun and you have enough energy. At this point, Metn does. I don't know why Venom built a solar either. What a silly, silly nub cake. He's got a radar up, so he'll be able to see the attacks coming in. If anything large, and he's worried about his commander, he can run away. At this point, he knows, though, that Venom doesn't have that much. He's cleaning up all those Uloks, basically, for free. You can see Venom's come down. He's dropped a second lab. But Metn manages to get through with Peewees, and so now Venom kind of has to chase them down on his side. It's a lot easier to control right here at this kind of point of entry. Metn's getting away with all of the Uloks right now. LLT plus commander and a handful of Peewees is more than enough to scare away these AKs. All the crashers, on the other hand, can actually keep out of range out of the commander. See what Venom's doing right here is he's burning the trees and then destroying them. He's got some thuds, which do outrange LLTs, so that LLT is actually going to be dying a slow, miserable death at the hands of thuds and crashers. Fast advance by Metn. He doesn't even have his side capped. D-gun scares away the AKs. Manages to clean up that LLT wreck, so he doesn't come out too far behind. Venom going more units. And really risky play, I think, by Metn right there. Kind of relying on the fact that he'll be able to keep his commander alive while he drops the advance. The advance is done. You can see he D-guns that. He doesn't believe he can now hold. Not wanting to yield it to Venom, he takes it out. At this point, Metn's up by about 1,000. LT didn't do much damage, but it did actually slow down the advance. Nice, tidy unit control there by Venom. He breaks through with some AKs running up through the top side. Metn's low on energy, so he's dropping wind. It's the downside of going advanced so early. Venom, all units right now, just worrying about using a single con to cap here, or 2 cons to cap. 1 reclaiming, picking up the wreckage so he can continue to fuel his army. That's why every inch of ground is worth taking. Once there's wreckage on it, it's worth doing. This game was recommended by Redshift, so thanks for the recommendation. You can see here Metn's using his commander to hose out a bunch of missile towers. Venom, this is a standard maneuver right there when kind of melee or short-range units attack your long-range missile units, you kind of back up. Although I don't know if that was the time to do that. There was just a handful of warriors at that point compared to this number of crashers. It might have been good to press at that point. But again, that would have been a risk. Because if he loses all these guys, then he loses this territory and the wreckage that he's currently using. You can see he's picking up that warrior there worth 214 metal. So it's nothing to turn your nose up at. Nothing but crashers coming down from Venom at this point. Commander coming out, taking a punishment. Venom doesn't pursue. And it's a little risky. The range of slashers is a little longer than the range of crashers. So if you had this number of slashers on a commander, then you would keep that and keep following him and try and take him out. Metn down in the red, only 8 kills to show for his trouble. Hosing out more missile towers, desperately trying to stay alive. Venom's going advanced now himself. I get to play armchair quarterback here. You know, or after the match captain, whatever it is you silly Europhiles say. I don't know if I like the call of going advanced at this point, when he's really kind of pressing in. I don't know if some thuds or storms, more, or even raiders or something along that lines would have been a better call. Crashers moving in, getting around the Dragon's Teeth. See, that's one of the weaknesses of missiles right there. It's just those Dragon's Teeth. He's able to bring his commander in and knock out a good majority of the force. Did he repair? He did not. He was really vulnerable there when he came up. Venom has snuck through with a handful of crashers. And now he's got pyros. These are like the fast kind of infantry unit. These are what you kind of say would be the equivalent of the warriors. Good job by Venom here to control the territory, chasing out the con. He's got his entire side capped. Metn's just sitting on a corner here. It looks like he's planning on expanding his resources by teching up rather than trying to take more territory. He's still not able to control this entryway. Pyros torch the missile towers. Commander's D-gun saves the day again. See, his commander is still weak, just standing behind some Dragon's Teeth, D-gunning over them, protecting him from the missiles. Quickly hosing down more missile towers just to try and desperately control that entrance. Doesn't look like Venom's planning on teching up his resources on this side. He's gone advanced strictly for the units. Again, unit choice thing here for those who don't play core that much. Venom, Mortys. Just a handful. Clean out all that. Too many missile towers, Venom backs up. At this point, Venom is cranking out some cons, realizing that it's probably a little difficult to try and crack that nut right there. Metn dropping a Guardian. On Great Divide games in the past, Guardians in the middle were basically a must. A handful of missile towers and some warriors protecting the middle here. Venom with the wreck field. He and his side cat, I believe he is way ahead on resources. Metn's commander still in the red, sitting on 29 kills now. That is a warrior commander. You can't stop dumb on these units. They're trying to shoot through the mountain. Just the beefiness of the can pressing in here. Again, though, with no kind of artillery unit to shell and take advantage of the line of sight, Venom's not really able to take the territory. More cans being cranked down. Enough of these will break through if he gets them in a nice big ball. You can see he's kind of devoting everything into these advanced units right here. At this point, Venom 4K up and metal resources. And the Guardian's up. Cans unable to shoot over the Dragon's Teeth. Commander taking some missile hits. But this guard should be able to blow Venom out of the middle. It's only by his D-gun does Metn survive right now. Problem with cans there is they got to get in range of that D-gun in order to destroy the commander. Metn teching up, getting a Moho down there, working on another one here. Venom's on 2. And this is actually a nice gain for Metn, because this Guardian secures the wreckage that's just kind of right here. Venom had those marked. There's a Morty, but it's probably too little too late. To take down a Guardian, you need a decent pack of them. See, Metn's kills right there, that's all commander work. Defensive towers are actually sitting on a decent amount too. And the guns fall silent for the first time in a long time. Venom taking up the resources. There you go. Now he's going serious resource. I think that's the right call. Metn is there. Advanced radar up. Mortys do have a little bit of a low trajectory for their projectile, so you can see wow, some of the shots were actually hitting the Dragon's Teeth. And Metn has got a shooter out. It's kind of, I guess it would be the arms equivalent of the Morty, a direct line of sight. Low rate of fire, really high damage, excellent at sniping. Commanders who decide to come a little too close. And a Necro. Necro is Chorus Fark in ProTA, but it still has the resurrection ability. So that is highly useful if you want to steal technology or just be cute. Played a game the other day where I just resurrected a Pee-wee just for the kicks. Metn doing a miniature wind farm over here. I guess it's not a true farm, so he's not doing his best cool neck impression. And the shooter is able to keep the Mortys away. He does have a toaster up. Toasters do have longer range. But he does have his radar jammed there. So Venom's not able to radar target. See, there's just one little dot that he can see right there. See the little detonations. It's one of the things you can look out for when you're watching another person's side. If you see a metal extractor blow up, you know that they're building a Moho there. And the ambusher is up, and it is in range, thanks to Metn's excellent use of the eraser. Venom's got his own Spectre up, but Venom doesn't have air to scout. Mortys and cans, they are excellent friends. And we have a guard war on our hands. Venom is nano-blocking. He still doesn't have a bead to return fire. Cans and the Mortys taking out the warriors. And his toaster goes down, and the ambusher creep is on. Metn sinking all those resources into creeping forward with the ambushers. Looks like he's going advanced vehicle too. Venom backed up, he pops up another toaster. He doesn't want to lose his advanced factory to an ambusher creep. Sends in some cans for line of sight. If you don't have air scouts, sometimes you have to settle for the next best thing. Shoots at the commander. Actually, a handful of Mortys will be able to take out this ambusher, because he doesn't necessarily have anything else with it. Except for these shooters. And, yep, you can see, there you go, he's got his own toaster on it right now. I don't know if it'll be able to survive. He starts nano-blocking. Scout comes in. These are important targets if you're scouting them and you see them. Return fire. And he's taking out that Moho. Venom's economy is certainly alive right now, 75. Metn, on the other hand, he's also caught up. He's got a bit more of a wind. Actually, no, they're about even on winds. It looks like they're even on resources. For some reason, that factory's idle. So Metn's sitting on a bunch of metal in his storage. New factory backed up here. Loads of cans coming out from the Englishman. Without a nanoblocker, I don't know if this is going to be able to survive. Oh. He's bringing up cons to repair, though. Shooters keeping themselves alive. That's a little too close to those cans. Venom nanoblocking using his Necros to repair the toaster, which is very near dead. It's one of the things when you're doing a creep, you can reclaim the previous one and move it up, but you can see how leaving the old ones up actually helps provide an additional bit of protection. Those shooters just blow away the cans. Just kind of going in one at a time to their, two at a time to their death right here. See, Venom is resurrecting, although this one is force fired on there right now. And here we go, shadows. Takes out the nanoblock, but doesn't do much else. Ambushers are really, really tough to kill with bombers, especially if they got something on them. Just because they have such a low profile, they're not going to catch a lot of the bombs. Penetrators, more long-range stuff. Venom's cranking out sumos. Again, it just looks like Metn's making just really good unit choices, I think, here for his circumstances. The Necro has revived the toaster. The zombie toaster is firing away. See, radar jamming is really kind of covering. Sumos can tank some of those shots, but not that many. These blow up big. That's one downside with the penetrators. Warriors providing line of sight and also tanking, soaking up some of the damage. Down goes Venom's additional toaster. This looks like it might be it. See, he's just creeping in more penetrators and brawlers. I didn't notice that Metn was building them. He finds the commander, goes for the assassination. Venom says, FFS, LOL. Nano-blocking to try and desperately stay alive. And he survives. I don't know how that happened. More brawlers and a big Bertha coming up from Metn at this point. Venom's got nearly critical mass of Mortys. He's going to be able to drive him back. He needs something kind of screening, though. This is where, like I said, Mortys and cans are great friends. You can see right here when the Mortys just come up on people, they are not as good. See how they were able to clear the territory. More warriors running in. There you go. Sumo will work great. Provide cover and tanking for the Mortys. Idle cons. Big Bertha is still being worked on. Venom's got bombers, though, for it. Although he's working on a Timmy of his own. Brawler attack. There is not enough anti-air down here. Metn cleaning up the resources with the brawlers. Venom's starting to push in the middle. He's realizing he's got to make his move now. So that might be more out of desperation. The Intimidator is up. Metn's calm dangerously close on the front line. Venom frantically trying to drop a Cobra. He's sending down some of his crashers to provide anti-air. Will he lose his Timmy? Down it goes. Flacker cleans up the brawlers. The Venom is missing the bottom half of his map, and it looks like Metten's own Big Bertha is about to come up. His push failed to get him much ground. I dare say Venom is in serious trouble. Metn just taking great advantage of all the options available to him. Raiders, I think, are a good choice, just providing line of sight. They move fast enough where they're going to be able to show you a little bit before they get completely destroyed. And they're tanky enough to take a few hits. Right now, Metn way ahead in production, 92 to 72. Big Bertha, firing away. I didn't see that coming. I'm glad he saw it. I saw him throw the bombers. I'm like, why is he bombing that lab? I'm like, yeah, I remember. There was a commander there looking particularly vulnerable. Venom pulls that out of his backside. I'm gonna need to sit here in stunned silence right here. Rule number 1: if you're in the lead, hide. Your commander becomes a liability. The commander, which so bravely defended and fought on the front line to keep Metn in the game, cost him it in the end. Fantastic game by you two. Thanks to Redshift for recommending this one. I certainly enjoyed that. Metn just a little bit behind on metal overall, but again, making really good choices with the units and pressing in the middle. Only a silly move by Metn to put his comm out front, and when Venom had a way to take care of it, and that was the only way he had to essentially end the game in his favor. So, all right, I hope you all enjoyed that one as much as I did. We got some good games going on with ProTA right now. So if you want to meet us on the Discord, on the TA Universe Discord, you can also find us on Total Annihilation Forever. There might be somebody hanging around there, especially around afternoon times in Europe time zones. There'll be a handful of people on who will be more than happy to play a game. If you're new to Total Annihilation, fully expect to lose. And as you lose, you will discover you will get better with each and every game that you play. So I hope you guys give it a shot. At any rate, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment below. You can still make fun of Venom for nearly losing it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you around next time. Bye-bye.